Hi, Faye here from Crypto Times, and I just wanted to go over a little bit about my passive trades. Here I am at the website, and it's definitely not the prettiest, flashiest thing that's out there, but once you understand this is a real program with real owners and real trading and real proof of their trading, uh, and have been paying consistently since September 2018. I think you'll understand that the website is just the front of the business and all of it takes place behind the scenes, and none of their crypto or USD or their money is even kept at the site. So it's pretty hack proof as well. So I'm going to share with you a Q&A done live this morning by the owner, and I hope you can, get as much out of it as you can and understand that this is a real company and it's going to be here for quite some time to come. Okay, so let's get into
Okay,
it.
and Kraken has decided to let in. Okay, I'm going to answer these questions quickly before Kraken decides that it doesn't want me in there again and decides to lock me out. Okay, is marketing course any nearer? Yes, guys, marketing course will be this coming week, literally over the next couple of days, okay? It will be coming and I will be pumping it out, okay? There will be a Facebook group which I'll make sure gets posted into this group later today. And then obviously over the next couple of days we're really going to hit the ground running with that, okay? What's the best way to get in contact with you? Best way to get in contact with me is Facebook if we are friends. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff gets filtered through because I get so many messages. Lots of it ends up in my filtered section, so I don't end up getting to see it, which is becoming a bit of a pain. So if you want me, I would recommend either contacting through support that you want to talk to me and just and maybe put in your link for Facebook and I'll be able to catch you then. Additionally, try and message me on top of if neither of those two are working, then just comment underneath. In fact, actually comment underneath, whoever put that question, comment underneath now with your underneath this video with just saying that you want to speak to me, and I'll come and I'll be able to, in fact, then you don't even need to do that. I will message you. Okay, let's do it that way, that'll be easier. What happens to the initial purchase runs after 4 months? Okay, is that after 4 months, after the 125 days, it's expired. Okay, but you don't have to wait until the end of, you don't have to wait until the end of the 125 days or whatever it be, 100 to 125 days. You don't need to wait about that. You're perfectly fine to withdraw your 1% per day, and you can compound quicker that way. And that's what we say is best for do. As we asked before, Dan, is it possible to show which members are active? Yes, to show which members are active. And this is all stuff that we're looking into, guys, and that we will be adding, but we're not rushing anything, okay, because obviously rushing things with coding, with the site running so perfectly, and I'm going to put this in the nicest possible way, it's not worth it for our brand or our reputation for there to be a misline in the coding, which causes a big bug. Which means that the Chrome, for example, on payouts doesn't run, means that the site isn't 100% functional. I know obviously we discussed it last week, and that everything that we do, we put it into planning, we do it in the background, we do it completely off and away from this one. It gets done in a test environment, and then if everything is fine, then we can look at putting it across onto the live site, okay? But I'll be very honest in saying that we're not rushing on certain things like this as much as it'd be helpful. It's risk versus reward, I guess, and at the end of the day, rushing into things like that, it certainly isn't worth the risk of the current job and things not working and bits and pieces, okay? Not to say that would affect the current job, but I'm just saying that as an example. Right, so yeah, at the end of the day, yes, it is, but just bear with us, okay, is what I'd say for that. Is there an advertising co-op to get referrals? Yes. We did start running a rotator kind of around Christmas time, just after Christmas. We are actually going to set this back up again, all right? And pretty much, obviously, all of our YouTube videos can feed through to this that we do. We do pump through a lot of advertising through there as well. So yeah, a lot of these types of bits and pieces. Yes, we will be doing one. It was $10 per slot per month, and obviously the traffic and everything that comes through gets delivered up to it. Also, what we do with the rotator when it's running live is that we actually, all of the people that sign up through the admin panel, they get relayed, they get from the admin account, they will get diverted and go back through into the rotator, so that everybody there gets to share. Okay, Darren Bradbury's screen. So we're going to jump this back up now to the broadcast. Okay, and we're going to come in now. We're going to check out Kraken here. Okay, so here we are inside Kraken. You can see that the total balance in here is 25, and obviously with Binance, so that's altogether about 100, 185 plus the 25 thing, so that's about 210 overall so far that's actually actively in trading accounts. Okay, so you can see that here, obviously total balances, and then obviously you've got used margin, etc., not using any margin. And yeah, kind of this is inside the actual account. Here we've got, you can see here from what's being held, so holding quite a lot of US dollar, as an actual proper US dollar in here at the minute. Again, very much obviously USDT thing. So in here you obviously will be trading against the actual USD. Yeah, and we've got just over holding just over 3.5 BTC. Obviously all of these figures here, guys, are in euros, okay? And I think it's about 15% really extra that you add on is the difference between euro to dollar. Okay, down here, ledger, right, so this is just some shows all different deposits and bits and pieces. Let's go to history. And then let's go to trades. All right, so down here, guys, again, same as like what we did in Binance, same as like what we showed there. All right, we're going through, and you can see all of these trades that are actually happening. And look at that, guys, a total of 976 trades, okay, which is not exactly a bad start. But that's kind of going back now over a good few months, to be fair. But yeah, here you can see, obviously, XBT against USD, Bitcoin, here is XBT, by the way, Ethereum against Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic. You know, these are all trades, you know, that have obviously happened, guys, okay? So, I think that would be fair to say that, you know, I personally, guys, I think it's fair testament that shows as testament to the fact that trading is actually going on, guys, okay? I've shown, obviously, today 3 accounts actually from screen sharing, and 1 account I've had to do on my phone for the MetaTrader. I'll get that set up on the computer tomorrow, and I'll be able to share inside that. But the reason that we're on MetaTrader is because also it'll be very easy to create a public key of which you'll be able to use. And you can follow them across all of the different forex pairs that we're actually actively trading. I'm just going to jump across on here now, and I'm just checking on the Facebook live on actual Facebook. Okay, because if I do that, then if I do it on here, then it will actually allow me to see the comments, because yeah, see up here I've got 86 different comments, which it is not showing to me on the other side. Okay guys, so yeah, if you've got questions, ask me now. Now is the time to ask. Every question and any question that you've got, you can let me know. The reason as well, guys, that I've actually showed Binance again today is, and the reason that actually when I show Bittrex, you'll probably find that I'll show all 4 of them again, as well as MetaTrader. The reason for this is because I've got a very inquisitive mind as well. It'll be very questioning, right? And I didn't want you thinking I was going to record one on Binance to move the funds across to the other 2 or 3 and show the same funds there. So here you can see, you know, they're all in live accounts. I've moved across pages purposely in each one of these accounts. The reason that I've changed, the other reason for me actually doing that as well is because it shows you that I'm actually inside the website. Okay, I'm not on a frozen page or nothing like that. However, with Kraken, guys, I will admit it would be easier sometimes. So the trading is done with cryptocurrency as well as traditional foreign exchange markets. Both are equally profitable. Okay, so a large part of it is done with cryptocurrency or cryptocurrency against fiat. Both are equally profitable. Well, you know what, actually, long term, yeah, kind of about the same. Short term, it all depends in the moment. Crypto swings, and it takes bigger swings. Okay, so crypto can go in a bull run, you know, you can do 100-150% in a month. You know, figures like that from forex traders that are actually real forex traders and that ain't just selling a story. Decent forex traders that know risk management, that, you know, figures like that are ludicrous. Yeah, absolutely ludicrous, miles away from reality. But because with forex, because it is such a high, it's a market that's got so much volume in it, then you'll see that, yeah, because it's got so much volume in that market in particular, obviously the moves in there, that means that the moves aren't so big, but it means that there are so many opportunities, which means that it's more consistent. Okay, with trading in cryptocurrencies, obviously you get bigger swings, which means that you can make more profit in those swings. However, in the other one, it's the other way. It's much more consistent. Okay, can you please send me the screen sheet you used in one of your videos showing a cumulative over a year? Yes, absolutely. Somebody will send you that. That's not a problem. If not, just message support and they'll be able to through to you. It's a 20,000 limit app packs to be lifted. Yes, absolutely, guys. Completely ignore that. I will make sure that that gets removed. There is no reason for there to actually be any limit on any form of app packs. Okay, guys. So you can go well above $100,000. You can go however you like, really. Right, okay, I'm guessing that the person who sent me their email is also the same person that's asked for the app packs with this. No, sorry, it's the same person that asked for the calculator. Yeah, okay, that's not a problem. Glad to see you always, Darren. Thank you. I'm sorry, okay, I can't actually see who I'm communicating with unless I jump across back to Facebook, which is sort of a pain as well. But here we go, I can actually see it quite good here. Will there be bigger app packs than $5 in the future? Not sure. Not sure. Something that we considered doing, maybe a higher pack with a slightly bigger return, maybe 130%. Something that we have considered, something it would roll on, it would probably be something like a $25 or $50 pack, and it would follow on from after the 20,000 on the other ones. It is a potential, however, personally, I'm not too sure at this minute. I'm not sure. We'll see when people start getting there, guys, as to what people actually want. Okay, people that get near the area, you can tell us what you like. If you're getting up near that kind of range, then you can say if you want high packs, and of course we can look at doing that. But at the minute, I really regret changing anything, to be honest, in terms of the actual structure of the system, because it's working perfectly fine, and I don't want to go and change something just for the sake of changing it. And if it ain't broke, then fix it. What about two-factor authentication? Yes, again, two-factor authentication will be added on withdrawals. But again, it's something that needs to be done on the actual core coding on the thing, so it's something that won't be rushed into, but it will be, 2FA will definitely be done for the withdrawals. Any plans for 2020? Continuous growth, keep things as they are. Everything that we've got now has been running super sustainable. We're in a very strong place, so there's not really any need for us to actually there's not really any need for us to go and do anything out of the ordinary, to go and change things, as much as even to change things in a positive way. For my passive trades, for the business that it is, there's no need for us to make any changes. Polaris Universal is the mother company. Now that is doing other things, of course. It's got the blockchain, Eureka, among other things kind of going on there. So as much as the company is doing other things, my passive trades as itself, it works perfectly fine. So there's no reason to be looking at changing that. What about adding how many packs you have on the dashboard? It says it in dollar value already, so I think that's kind of self-explanatory. And obviously it tells you how many you've got, how many of them have expired. It's something we can look at adding. It wouldn't be a problem to add, but it's not of a massive priority. However, it is quite a nice idea, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm sure that we can add it. How is the reserve fund looking? Reserve fund is looking brilliant. We're approaching about 20% of the overall fund, of which at the minute is being kept away in cold storage. Plus, we are plus in the actual exchanges at the minute, guys, we are doing considerably better. I know, obviously, as Sharon, I said that there was a little bit of a loss, a couple of losses throughout the video, but then I didn't go into the actual gains either. But in general, we are doing considerably better than what we need to be. So the reserve is growing steadily. The idea, like I've already shown today across 4 exchanges, okay, so you can see the idea really for the reserve is to be able to cover it. The reason for it is at the minute, obviously, it's literally just got its listing, its first 2 listings. Over this week, we are actually expecting a couple more listings on a couple more exchanges, which will be higher volume exchanges as well. So what we really want to kind of see it do is finding its natural price before we obviously start doing it in my passive trades, because then once it's got its price, we know what price to put on it inside my passive trades, and of course the price will run with the market then. Okay, but that I think is going to be that ultimately will be the best way to do it. Thanks, just makes it nice to show new members how many packs we have going on the dashboard. Okay. Do we also get earnings on weekends and on holidays? Kulan, yes, absolutely. You get paid 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Even on Christmas, as much as I try not to do anything, the system will still be running in the background. plus the fact that, to be completely honest, holidays and bits and pieces like that don't really make any difference to us, because we've got a number of members and a number of members of the actual core team in various different countries with various different, that obviously believe in different things and celebrate different celebrations, which works really well. So there's always people available. Where's the meetup going to be? Okay, so yes, as I said, we will have a meetup in the UK. We will, I guess now we can start looking and finding a venue. There was quite a few people that did. The first meetup will be in the UK. I know the other team members are happy to meet people in that country as well. But really, at the minute, what we're looking at doing, or what I need to try and work out, is whether we're looking at having a meetup, whether we've got enough people really that's going to require to have a meetup and a kind of a get together, a sit down and a chat and everything else, or whether we're looking at getting closer to enough people for events. Okay, and if we're getting close to enough people for events, that's brilliant. We can book somewhere. I am more than happy to get up and tell everybody about my passive trades and go through and explain everything. And it is a fantastic way of introducing new team members, is to bring them along so that they can actually meet obviously the ownership team, like myself, meet the core team, and to see other people that are actively building and earning with the business, you know, to see from other people how it works. Yeah, good means I'm in South Africa, so it means we get about 7% weekly. Exactly. Yeah, give or take. Let me just jump across. Please say something about the future of Eureka Coin. Okay, guys, so I think I say this on just about every live that I do, guys, okay? Now, I do this out of respect. Now, there are people that are Eureka Coin. It's obviously very close to my heart, okay? It's very much my vision behind it, to be honest. And it's a blockchain project by Polaris Universal, and it's massive, okay? It's very big. Out of respect, though, I try not to mention our other systems within this one, okay? And the reason I do that is because, you know, this is my passive trades. People come to my passive trades for what my passive trades is, okay? And I always make it very clear that the Polaris Universal is the company behind it, and that they're welcome to come and have a look at everything else that we do. The reason that I don't talk about Eureka or Elite Profit Academy or Exchange or anything else kind of the Polaris Universal does is I don't want to intrude on people, okay? People are here for my passive trades, so I always try and keep it to be about my passive trades, okay? For Eureka, if you go in the Eureka group, you'll see I'm putting out tons of different updates constantly as they're coming through, all of the different exchanges that are accepting it, etc., blah, 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 okay? Where it's being listed, development work going on, or coding audits, for example, we have done that and we've received back over the last 24 hours. All of these bits and pieces will be done through the Eureka group, okay? So I'll do an update in there as well, but just try and see, okay, as much as they are by the same company, all right, they are two different businesses under the same umbrella, okay? And I don't. The main reason I do it, guys, and I'm going to be pretty honest. Well, in fact, I'm going to be bluntly honest, all right? I'm a marketer myself. I want you to feel comfortable in being able to bring people to this group to get the support that they need, not to feel that they're going to be sold something else that maybe even you might not be in. Okay, that's the honest truth, because I know how frustrating it is when that happens as a marketer. Okay, so yeah, very, very simple. Are withdrawals manual or auto? Withdrawals are manual. We process them manually. We will always process them manually. We will never, ever, ever swap to doing withdrawals automatically. The reason for that is because when you do something manually, you actually manually need to send it, which means that you manually need to check it, which means that you manually as a person actually have to do it. Okay, automatic, I've seen people saying automatic as if automatic is a good thing, guys, okay? Automatic is quite a terrible thing, because automatic means that if some clever programmer, which we know that there are tens of thousands of them out there, if not hundreds of thousands, actually decides that he wants to try and come and hack into your site, and he gets through your security, he gets into your site within a few clicks of a button, he can automatically send himself a considerable amount of money if you've got it connected to the system, which unfortunately most systems now do. Okay, again, we don't do that, okay, because we do it manually. Also allows us the fact that we don't need to have lots of money connected to the system. It means that we can manually move it from cold storage or from different wallet, from an exchange across into a wallet, where we can then from there disperse and pay out all of the withdrawals. Okay, so it's done manually because this way it's far better and more control. I would rather need to be paying a couple of people on the back end and 24/7 actually send out withdrawals when we do get that big than what I would to have it happening automatically. Okay, it's a security thing that personally I'm very, very strong on, in case you can tell. Okay. Someone saying hello, Darren Bradbury. Hello. I hope that you are well. Let me jump across. Hello, Phil. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I think that we've covered best part of everything. I hope that you found it incredibly useful and really, guys, I'm doing this, but I really go through and show all of these accounts, guys, okay, just so that you can understand everything that's going on, so that you can keep up to date with everything, so that you can see for yourself, you know, that the trading is actually happening. You know, that my passive trades is exactly as it says on the tin, okay? Up to 1.25% daily, but we do keep it consistent around 1% for now, whilst we are continuing on building that reserve. Realistically, you know, in my vision, really, guys, I want the reserve to almost be as much as the actual funds required for the system. There's no amount of the reserve that could be too much, you know. It's got advertising in it, as you know, okay, so you can use it to promote anything else. Up to 1.25% daily, packs expire at 125%. Our requirement that we need to do is 10% per month in order to keep the system sustainable, which we do considerably more so than that. The max amount of our packs, guys, try not to use the word investment, it ain't a nice word, terrible word. The max amount of packs that you can buy is not 4,000 USD. No, you can buy up to 100,000. You can buy up to 100,000 in any one purchase, guys. Okay, that's what it's there for. So yeah, and plus we'll be lifting that. So actually, you could fund whatever you wanted, really. Okay, it's exactly as it says on the tin, guys. We provide advertising. Return of 125%, up to 1.25% daily, but we do keep it consistent 1% coming up for 9 months now, which is brilliant. And it feels like yesterday, and we're stronger today than what we was on day one. We're considerably stronger today than what we was on day one. So, you know, everything's going brilliantly well. The reserve fund and everything's building. Our member bases are building quickly. Nothing to complain about, guys. We're doing brilliant all round. So thank you to all of you for your amazing support. Okay, I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that for the transparency and everything. It helps you in your marketing, but more so I hope that it actually helps you for you guys, okay? It's very important to try and get over the fact that actually something in this industry can last. Something in this industry can last if it is built to last, guys, okay? If it is built to last, if it is built sustainable, if it's built on realistic figures. And I mean, we designed this based on figures from during the bear markets of last year, okay? Into the first, in the bear markets of last year, as we can remember, were extremely low volume, low opportunities. We were able to start actually building upon the reserve as well during that time. Okay, so sustainability, you know, we ticked all the boxes, guys. Okay, we don't need we don't need to do anything else. So yeah, I hope that this helps. For those of you I know that are looking at it from the outside, okay, you can take as long as you want to look at it. Okay, nobody's going to be rushing you. I certainly won't be anyway. All right, do it when you're comfortable to do it, and you know, I hope all of this really helps. I will be doing another live, let's say in a few days' time. I'll obviously give a notice about it, and you can come along. You can ask me more questions, as always, as I love you to do. I will go through and I will log in some of the other, into the Bittrex trading account, but I'll also give an update on these current ones as well as MetaTrader 5. And we'll do all over again, guys, and I'll show you everything. Okay. And for a person just asking about Eureka guys, okay, check the Eureka group. Right. Love you all, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Okay, goodbye.